might get shot. Come on, Whitney, Whitney, go on, get on, little diddly.
And welcome back to the Manly Banter. This is Bash.
This is Bader.
Papa Book in the house.
You know, we're just hanging out today. We got Bader back in the studio.
That sounds pretty good as you said that Bader back. That
Yeah.
sounds
That
like
Bader back.
That sounds like a sandwich that they order at the window.
We got them baby bags.
Got that
I wish
Bader
I
back
could
on
be
the
here
menu.
every time, man.
Life gets in the way. We understand.
Yeah, it's
Priority. It's
great.
called priority.
Yeah,
You know, sometimes people say life, but sometimes some people ain't got no life. They just think it's life. That's priority.
true.
That's priority shit this young man is doing. This is called prioritizing the priority. So it is what it is.
Yeah,
goddammit.
it's been a mission, man.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, we got the family going, trying to run a business. It's not easy.
Yeah, not easy.
So,
Last week we got into a little bit of a couple conspiracies here and there,
it
and
sparked my interest.
And we got the conspiracy man himself here, Mr. Bader. He does the research on the conspiracy.
Yeah, I did some research on a few things. I'm gonna start small with you guys because I didn't know this.
That's all I know.
But it makes sense. Yeah, that's all I know is start small.
your mic's a little far.
Oh, my mic's far.
There you go.
Is it? Oh, let me.
Pull it in towards you. Yeah, we call him backhand Bader over
Is
here.
that better?
Yeah, that's a lot better.
Okay.
It is a little
So-
echoey, but I don't know what that is.
Well,
But it's fine.
Ain't no effects.
do you want me to freestyle it and just pull it into my mouth?
Actually, those effects might be. Yeah, the yellow has to be all the way down. That's what that is.
Oh, do you got to make an adjustment real quick?
Would you hit it
yeah,
with your big
but
toe?
you can go ahead. It's not noticeable, but I'll get it.
You hit
Okay.
it with your big toe?
So you guys are familiar with like Captain America, right?
Captain! Oh, that's
Yeah.
Caveman.
So-
my bad.
so
Okay.
Yeah, you know enough to know it's taking like a scrawny guy and turning him into a super soldier.
Right.
Yeah.
I had no idea that it's actually an ongoing thing that's still being tried to make happen now.
Right.
And they found like footage of like soldiers lined up, and then there's just this one that stands out, you know, like this gorilla amongst men.
Yeah.
But
I'm not getting tested on.
one of the almost yeah, one of the almost most successful ones was actually the Nazis, where they had a whole project. It was the Vril Society, and they were actually making super soldiers, but there were so many side effects. They actually made a movie based off of this where I remember watching it. It's a zombie movie about these Americans who discover this base where they're making super soldiers, but the side effect is that they turn into like these monstrous soldiers and
yeah,
stuff.
okay.
Yeah, it was pretty cool.
Oh yeah, we talked about this, didn't we, on the phone a little bit?
Now,
Oh,
even though they
is
turn
that something
monsters, can they still control them? Are they still
That's-
normal mind-thinking people, or they just lose their mind? Or
So
what?
that's the thing, right? Is it's like you're giving all these chemicals to a person, and like genetically they're going to react different ways. So
Right.
we got a whole lot to talk about here. So one of the other, what you were just saying, what we talked about on the phone with them being like monsters. There was this fun little theory that I came up with. It's not some crazy conspiracy theory. It was just something that I noticed. So as I'm going through like TikTok and like social media,
Right.
I see a lot of different ads for how good all these mushroom-based, nootropics are and everything, and how they like clear your brain and help you function better. Well, then that movie, the TV series Last of Us, right? The zombies in that, it happens from a parasitic mushroom that, since we've caused global warming, that parasite used to not be able to live in our internal temperature, but the parasite evolved to be able to live into our internal temperature and then take control of us. So have you seen those mushrooms that like get in the ants, and then like the ant or
drives
whatever
them
insect
crazy
is,
or-
yeah, it's
Yeah,
already
they got that
dead.
at Woodman's. You can pick that up at the store. I'm just
Yeah,
messing.
but the ant's already dead, and then it's going to it goes back to its colony and then infects the rest of the colony. It's like its only purpose is to keep spreading to that organism.
So the ant is dead.
Mm-hmm.
So it go into a zombie ant state. That's what you're saying?
Yeah, and that's how the zombies
God damn.
And there's already so before saying it's like, oh yeah, but that's only insects. There's another one that was able to make rats. When rats were infected by it, the rats would be attracted to cats.
They was like that in Chicago, but go ahead.
Yeah, dude, those mutated rats, right? Yeah. Those were some big ass rats. But I thought that was cool. I was saying, like, it was my theory is they're using social media to infect us all. We're all going to be zombies or something of that nature. But it's not an actual. There's nothing to back this up.
But we're going to go back to that part right there, social media to make people into zombies, because we're almost there. We're going to talk about that too.
Yeah. So on top of that, with social media and technology, I actually had something for that. And it's the self-aware AI and the technological singularity, which means like technology grows so far out of control that it becomes self-aware and it's the fall of man.
Right.
So
we're so dependent on it.
I think I heard some about this, about AI, and it was linking up to a satellite to repair itself.
Yeah.
And they had to shut it down before it could. It was self-aware, and it knew what was going on.
I think we covered this in like an earlier episode. I think it was like episode like 50 something or something. But yeah, we were talking about different theories, and that was a big one, like the AI. And now AI, they're getting so much better at it. And apparently there was warnings from Elon Musk and who was the other one? Was it Bill Gates or someone of that nature? Stephen Hawkins, saying that technology, as far as like using the implants on people, is going to be like the downfall of man.
Yeah.
But isn't it Elon who is coming up with the implants to make blind people be able to see and deaf people be able to hear? If you're crippled, you'll be able to walk because they're going to trigger that part of the brain. Like, there's so much mentally going on right now that, like, we're all, like, feeding into it. It's so easy. It's just like cattle.
So when he used that saying, it may be the downfall of man, you probably got to read between that.
Yeah.
And say it's the downfall of men, but the uprising of something different.
Exactly.
That's some bullshit. That's some crazy shit.
So this brings me on to another. We're segueing pretty good right now. So
you want to stay on that topic for a little bit and cover some more?
Yeah, that actually brings up a good point. Good point.
Yeah.
So what
so there's also. Go ahead. I want to hear you.
How you were talking about them making all these little robotic things to, like, if organs fail or whatever, they're doing all these different things. I just watched a full documentary on, you know how they have those Google glasses?
Yeah.
They're making a contact, and I was looking into that, and it is crazy.
A contact
lens
that you can see some shit.
Yeah.
You can text and answer the phone.
Text. Yeah, all through a freaking contact.
God damn.
I don't know how that's gonna work.
It's gonna hook up to you. I'm telling you, it's gonna work. Gonna hook up to your eyeball.
Make you go blind.
It's gonna make you got to touch a place on your face in order to make it. Like if you answer the phone, you got to touch your left nostril, just like I Dream of Jeannie used to do to make a motherfucker disappear.
Yeah. So there's a good show out that it's kind of like that, and it's
Limitless?
Peripheral. It's,
okay.
It's on Prime Video, and it's future. Like, you'll be able to. Your eyes are so adjusted from the implants that if you want to, like, rewind a conversation, all they have to do is, like, roll their finger like you're rolling a booger getting ready to flick it.
God.
You'll be able to roll it backwards or forward based off of that. You can translate what people are saying.
Oh, shit.
And people who share the same implants, they use them on soldiers, are able to, like, pretty much hack into each other and share what the other one's going through. So, like, let's say that you're getting ready to go do some sort of demolition where you have to defuse a bomb, and you don't know shit about it.
Pull up the instructions in front of you.
Yeah, and your squad mate knows something. he can see what you're seeing and tell you what to do.
So he can link into you like a FaceTime call.
Yeah,
Ain't that a
and
bitch?
even when you're
That's
dead, they can like make your muscles twitch and shit and make you do stuff even when you're dead.
So you can use your body as a puppet, even though they think they don't took you down. They can make you get up and move. Ain't that a bitch?
Yeah, and with those contacts, you don't think that the government can't hack into that and see everything that you're seeing or doing?
Absolutely.
Like, of course they're going to be
It's
able
technology, just like when you touch your phone.
Yeah.
Your finger can make everything move on your phone screen.
Yeah, and
So the technology is there as far as them putting something in your eyeball, making everything move.
yeah, and our
Yeah.
phones always listen to us. I don't know
Yeah.
if you know that, but they always listen. And I know, I don't know if Android does it, but like I can have something like on my Ring camera and someone's like on their phone or have their phone in front of them. You can see the infrared light blinking on that phone, constantly snapping pictures.
Yeah,
Dude,
they can do
that's-
that.
Yeah, that's crazy.
I know the bitch
You ain't
listening
seeing
because
much with me.
right. And I know the
Sitting on
bitch
my
listening.
toilet spanking.
Right, I know the bitch listening because I was walking upstairs one time. She said, "Hello." I said, "Bitch, who talked to you?
Yeah, right?
I ain't asked you shit."
Yeah, or it'll sometimes my Alexa or Google Home will just kick in, and just be like, "Can you repeat that?" Like, no, I wasn't talking to you, motherfucker.
Right.
Or like if you're having a conversation about like products or anything, you
It
better
pops
believe
up.
those are going to pop up as ads
It's
on
search.
social media.
Yeah,
and
Google
searches.
Google made that a long time ago.
Yeah,
Now,
that's,
you were saying about government watching us. There's another thing where they actually. Did you see the guy who fucking caught some mosquitoes and they were numbered? Like
no.
the sacks, right? So the blood
Yeah.
sacks on the mosquitoes were numbered. And they've like found some birds that have also had recording devices in them. And you could tell what's a natural bird and what's not a natural bird by
Now.
the way it's flying.
Now I can believe that
Yeah.
Yeah.
because you remember the pigeons back in the day to send messages and shit,
Right?
and all that for the kings and all that shit. They used to put that shit on birds, man,
Yeah.
and send a damn scroll on the side of their little leg and
You
shit.
know
Tie
how
that
many
shit
people
up.
probably died because of those?
Man.
That bird never came back.
The
Fuck
bird
it.
never made it. He saw a worm come up and said, "Fuck it, I gotta eat, bitch.
Goes
You
to eat the
gonna die."
worm and a fox grabs him or some shit.
Yeah.
2 to 3 days, that motherfucker made it there, and something. That was fucked up, boy.
Okay, now I got another question for you guys.
What's that?
You ever been driving and you see an airplane in the sky and you swear to God the airplane's not moving?
That happened
Yeah.
not long ago.
Like, yeah, right? Okay, so
It was super low right on the interstate, and it
And-
was not moving.
and it's like frequent that you see it.
Yeah.
So there's videos surfacing of people noticing this more and more. And it's like, are we living in a simulation? And it's like, for one, if this is a simulation, I want this kind of CGI. Like, for whatever I'm doing. But, no, yeah.
I think it's a Google's map plane.
Like, this is a Google column. We're living in Google.
That's one of the maps that take picture of the Earth. So it just hovers, and then they just set it up, and it
It
hovers
just got
right
locked
there,
in the Google Earth.
and it just spins around, and take pictures and shit.
The area is still like formatting
Yeah,
as we're
it's
going
formatted
through,
as
so
we
it
go.
hasn't loaded in.
It's
Taking
buffering.
pictures.
Don't worry about it.
Yeah, they had some what is that the internet.
And then until
Yeah.
the government pay enough V-bucks, they can't build no new highway and shit. Is that what it is?
They need to hurry up and finish Highway 50.
There ain't enough V-bucks.
then-
They need to get the V-bucks up, goddammit.
The V-Bucks.
There was one other thing I really. So, yeah, there's more that we can talk about on this subject.
What'd you have to
You know,
Back to that
Go
subject with the super soldier.
yeah,
The super soldier has been one of those things that's been coming up a long time. I remember in the 80s hearing about a super soldier. And it wasn't from the movies. It's one of them things that they were trying to beef these guys up with all this different
like steroids,
steroids and
HGH.
all this shit. And I saw it in Afghanistan soldier one time. This motherfucker climbed the wall without damn near touching it. This motherfucker went over a wall, scaled it. I mean, his hands moved so quick in his legs, he climbed the wall just like a damn cat, jumped, swung on some shit, picked up a damn rifle, started shooting, and they had little dummies over there. Then he pulled a blade out his leg and was stabbing and cutting and shit. That was a super soldier.
Yeah.
That's some shit, man. I mean, these motherfuckers is, and they talking about Navy SEALs. They ain't got shit on the super soldier.
Yeah, that's a big thing where it's just playing with like the genetics of people and shit.
Yeah, and I can't do nothing to that motherfucker but shoot a grenade launcher at him. Come on, fight like a man. Fuck you. Take that apple, you son of a bitch. That's
So
one of those.
Yeah, they can manipulate DNA so much.
Yes.
that's
And it started with the man fucking the monkeys.
oh my god.
It started with the men fucking the monkeys because
The evolution
it's a,
of
yeah,
it.
and it's a monkey face looking motherfuckers walking around here right now. That started that, and they didn't know what they were doing. They just thought it was just an ugly bitch.
What did they call that creature that washed up on the beach? The Thomas sock or something like that?
No, it's called an uptown person. Person
No, I know
uptown.
What was that?
It looks like a turtle, but mixed with a bird. It had a beak, and it washed up on the shore. And they were trying to figure out what it was. It was near some sort of plant.
Some animals in the ocean do crossbreed in a way that's not normal for the habitat, and it makes different shit like that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but this didn't look like something that could swim. It had like hooves,
Like hooves.
No,
Yeah.
yeah. Jeez,
hooves, and
I
like
forget
a
what it's called.
beak like a bird,
Oh, it's a cowboy.
and like a head like a turtle. It was weird.
So
It was a
here's
callipus.
A callipus.
here's this other thing. Since you're talking about stuff that came out of the ocean, did you ever hear the theory that the ocean is actually connected to space, and that's why we've only discovered 5% of it?
No.
So we're always seeing different creatures coming out of the ocean. If you dive down deep enough, they say that there's wormholes that actually go to space. Now, there's this thing. This isn't necessarily exact, but I thought this was kind of a cool thing to look at. So 70% of our body is water, right?
Mm-hmm.
70% of the earth is also water.
Right.
95% of your brain is unused, right? 95% of the ocean is undiscovered.
Right.
So do you think that the connection between ocean and ourself is that we're not, there's something that we just deep down can't
We
get
can't touch
to
upon.
because it's like there's like something that's in us that won't let us go past a certain point? Is it like that? I don't feel like it's a lack of material to do it. Like
Right.
we
It's
are
there.
so far advanced, we should be able
It's
to do
there
it.
to
no
do it.
problem.
I think it's a lack of oxygen.
But
Because
look
you
at-
take
we
your
have-
ass down deep enough, you
we
gonna
have
crush.
submarines and things that can go down that deep.
Yeah, some.
Yeah.
Some can't. The technology is not there to go as deep as they want to. They can go deep to the motherfucker, but that some bitch shaking once
So-
they get down there.
It's the crazy part is we can fly into space,
We can fly
but
so
we
far.
can't go to the bottom of the ocean.
Now, when you say fly into space, remember we can only go so far there too.
But haven't we put like a rover or something on Mars?
On Mars, but
That's
you gotta.
pretty damn far.
That's on Mars, but you got to think beyond Mars.
Yeah.
You got to think beyond Mars. It's endless. It's endless.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's beyond our understanding, and the scientists can only go so far because they can only shoot so many satellites out there to take these pictures that keeps going. But then they can't go no farther than that because it got something to do with some type of
It's not
atmosphere that can't let that shit get there. You know
the
what I
game
mean?
ain't loaded in yet.
It ain't in there.
They're still working on that.
That's what it is. They ain't getting enough
The
V-Bucks for that.
downloadable content.
Yeah, they ain't getting enough that.
So the next thing with that is I was saying about wormholes in the ocean, and one thing that came to mind was the Bermuda Triangle.
Yes.
So when you go into the Bermuda Triangle, there's been people who've flown over it, and Bermuda Triangle is the only place in the ocean where out of nowhere a rogue wave like a tsunami starts out of the blue. Just nothing causing it, no storm, no shit like
Right.
that. It just happens. And it's like a freak wave. So most ships are only able to withstand like, what is it, 1,500 or 15,000 PSI or something.
Right.
But a rogue tsunami wave comes with so much force that
Crush
it's like
that shit right
over
away.
2,000 or 20,000. So it shreds the ships into pieces.
And not only the ships, the planes.
Yeah,
You remember when they said it was like a magnetic force down there?
Yeah.
Within that area.
where they get
I can believe that.
Yeah.
compasses and shit.
Because if you think about it, the Earth is spinning.
Mm-hmm.
The Earth is spinning. Now bring up my ghetto mind right here real quick. Magnetic force, north and south. The Earth is spinning. Something is pulling. They say it's gravity or whatever, but still, you got a magnetic force that got to move all this.
Yeah.
So we on a rock. I think in the center of the Earth there's some type of magnetic force that keeps it rotating.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You understand what I'm saying? So I can see at that certain point there's probably more magnetic pull right there. So if you get any object that go over there that happen to be metal, your ass going down.
Right.
Your gears ain't working no more. The shit is fucked up.
And there's also the fact where like and this has been reported a lot more by pilots now that have to fly over the ocean,
Yeah.
where they'll see as they're flying over the ocean white water in the ocean. Now white water
Is normally like a current or a wave.
yeah, because it's caused by something under the surface that's breaking
That's moving.
the tension.
Yeah.
So it's like, could that be a UFO? Could that be like some sort of funnel underwater?
Like a tremor earthquake and the ground beneath the ocean cracking or breaking little by little by the magnetic force. It could be so many different things.
Like I said last show, we think we the shit. We ain't shit.
No.
No.
Listen, just look at the Earth and its brilliance. We think that technology and that we above a lot of shit, but you gotta understand, you gotta look at the Earth itself. And there's a lot of shit that was here way before humankind right now.
Mm-hmm.
If it's dinosaurs was walking on this motherfucker,
They turn into the lizard people.
hey, they down there still.
Hey man, you seen those like different actors and shit like that where they got their eyes change the colors real quick and stuff?
Oh yeah,
And
where
the
they
knees
blink one
bend
way.
backwards and shit.
Yeah,
They're all like acting all fucking
I seen one
weird.
of those walking uptown.
So, do you guys remember? This is kind of going off on a whole nother. We're branching in the different areas right now.
Yeah, we still
But-
in there.
So I'm talking about like, once you talk about lizard people and shit, then you start talking about the Illuminati, and the Illuminati goes into like Satanism and shit like that.
Right.
So, one of the things for Satanism is, did you guys see all the shit for Ellen DeGeneres?
No.
All her artwork in her house and her sweaters and shit she was like representing.
Mm-hmm.
No.
So people would say like Chris Pontius and Steve O came out on an interview and they were like, we went on the Ellen show and we were just so surprised at how mean of a person she is.
Yeah, I've heard that.
And so all these symbols that she had on her sweaters and shit like that were all like part of a satanic background, or I guess, I didn't get the full research of it, but it's from what I found, that's what it was.
Well, you know what, she mad because you can go through life with no dick like that. You chose to not have no dick in your lifetime, and you happen to have a vagina which you're supposed to receive dick, and you didn't get none. You're gonna be pissed off at the world.
Yeah.
Some things you go through, you got to have a little bit. It's made for it. Sometimes that rubber or that other slit tail can't do nothing for you. You got to have some dick if you got a monkey. Now you pissed off at the world. That's all it is. Come on, keep it moving.
Oh my god. So how do I come back from that?
I'm sorry. We talking about the sea creatures and lizard people and shit like that.
Sea creatures, lizard people,
And
yeah,
them
the
degenerates,
Illuminati.
ain't
Like
getting no
it's crazy how much more exposure the Illuminati is getting now, especially for something that's supposed to be like a private society. And it's famous people that are jokingly talking about it. You guys remember that interview with Kelly Clarkson when she's talking to Kevin Hart? And she's like, I've had people offer me absurd amounts of money to do things, and
Oh yeah, and
Kevin Hart's like
was
putting
like,
his finger up, like shut up, And
That's Black Hollywood. That's well, it's not called Black Hollywood as in black people. That's Black Hollywood, and I'm gonna tell you what that is. If you saw the Marilyn Monroe movie that me and my wife was watching the other day, Marilyn Monroe, one of the most beautiful women in the world of all times at one time, she had to go through the high ranks of Hollywood just to get where she was at. She was out for an interview one time, and she walked right in the office talking to the man. She started doing the part. She said, well, I hope I can get the part. He walked behind her. She's sitting there nervous. He pushed her down on the desk, pulled her panties down, and just did what he had to do and took it. That's Hollywood. That's where all that shit started from. And it started from them throwing them parties and bringing them girls in and dominating them. And then if they felt the guys were cute enough, they got them too.
So that Epstein's Island shit.
Yeah.
There was a person talking about that Epstein's Island shit. I remember
that's the
they
elite.
have these parties where fucking whoever's chosen, right? They go around the whole island and they're in this like a gown and a mask and shit. And if they see you, they can tell you to do anything they want.
Right.
And you have to just accept it.
You see Tom Cruise, remember that movie, what was it called? The Closer? Something with Tom Cruise. They had the little mask on and they went to these parties and they was with all these people. That's a little bit of Hollywood they were giving to you.
Yeah.
They were showing that's part of the Illuminati. That's all that different shit like that. They say, hey, come on in with the elite. This is what we're going to do. You want these few million, you got to suck a few dicks. Ah! That's part of the game. It's part of the game. That's why they got these boys walking around in skirts. Full skirts. These grown men. Muscles pumped up. Wearing G-strings and panty drawers. and slitted skirts on. Just so they can make it in the Hollywood game. That's part of the game if that's what you want to do. That's what it is. Like I was bringing up, I ain't trying to talk about my boy Terry Crews. But, speaking of Illuminati, if a man walk up on you and you standing by your wife, and you up in there eating weights and plates every day,
and he grabs a handful,
of black nut sacks, and all you could do is say, "What you doing? I dare you touch me." I wouldn't say shit. He just would have had a mouthful of nut sacks with a fist behind it. Since you want to grab me, here they go.
You know, that's kind of reminds me of, you remember Pulp Fiction?
Yeah.
Fucking Bruce Willis saves dude in the basement.
Right.
He gets up and he goes, I'm going to get some pipe hitting motherfuckers in here. Oh, man.
But that comes a lot with the control of everything. And it started with that religious group. I ain't going to bring them up. But y'all know who they are. They run everything. They even run the little boys that's standing at the pew. Okay? I ain't going to say what it is because I don't remember. But people know who they are. People know who they are. That's a part of it, too. That's the control of these here United States and the movies and the music. Who I ain't going to say who run it all, but we know who run it. My boy touched up on it a little bit. And Kim called him and said, be the fuck quiet, you fucking up my money. But that's all part of that. That's what that is. And they probably got some spaceships in the ocean and shit like that, too.
there is some spaceships in the ocean.
They got some spaceships in the ocean. Yeah. They go down there
100%.
And start it up every once in a while. You know what I'm saying? Come on up. Fuck with everybody with it.
So, do you think, do you know that Siberia is actually making a prehistoric park, and that they've been in the process of making this for like 5 to 10 years, and it's like they actually are so close that within like the next 1 to 3 years, they have the DNA match to make a mammoth, and start bringing back prehistoric creatures.
I could believe that.
So.
Like they're already doing that with chickens.
Because you know they got the DNA because of the frozen shit that they found.
Well, it's not even just that. They go back in our genetics, like not our genetics, but you remember there's Indian elephants, the elephants in India, okay? They're smaller elephants.
Right. And they got hair
They
on.
are the closest relative to a mammoth.
Yeah.
And they're going to be able to tweak that DNA to make a mammoth.
Damn.
They've already done it. I mean, when was that? 2000, early 2000s, when they cloned their first animal, and it was a sheep.
Yeah.
Do you remember that? Yeah, they're already doing that.
So that means they're going to be able to give you a shot and make hair grow all on your back and get a club and clock a bitch on the head and say, give me some monkey.
Well,
Back in the day? They
no,
used to try
no,
it. That's how they used to get
not
it?
exactly.
Oh, okay. I thought that was the real caveman shit. That's how they used to take the monkey. They grab him by the hair, flip him.
Well, if you really think of the impact that humans have had on the animal kingdom, and you think back to cavemen like the Neanderthals and that caused the extinction of a lot of prehistoric animals.
Yeah.
Because as the tribes grew, they started taking over different lands and separating, and they're killing and consuming all these animals,
taking the habitats away, all that different shit.
And now we have like the DNR who tells us, this is how many tags you could fill, so we don't, extinct an animal.
So we don't ate up all the damn dinosaurs. That's what they're saying?
Yes, something pretty much.
Yeah.
But yeah, they're making a prehistoric park because they feel that it would be able to help combat the global warming.
Mm.
And
Go ahead,
the
make
way
some
that
shit.
works is back in the day, right? The the mammoths, them walking and compressing the ground like in the Antarctic.
Yeah.
They were the temperature difference then to now was it like 3 or 30 degrees colder or something like that? It was just enough that when they're pressing everything down, it freezes, right? The vegetation freezes.
Right.
And
they sealed it in a way.
yeah, and then that's what the other animals, deer and everything, were able to eat off of.
Okay.
So they found enough of prehistoric, vegetation that we still have here on Earth, because everything dates back.
Right.
That they've made like this entire reserve, and that was their first animal. And you got to think there's animals. There was a chimpanzee that the chimpanzees used to be the size of gorillas, and they were called lion killers.
They were some big motherfuckers.
Yeah, and
I remember seeing the encyclopedia as a kid how big the chimpanzees were.
And that was by Aboriginal people that they were called.
Right.
That's not that long ago.
That's showed the stages.
19th century.
They showed the stages of them almost standing up straight, like a man walking, and then they slowly got smaller and bent over a little more. You know what I'm saying? Their legs got a little more shorter, and all that. But bringing that up through the evolution of that process of the chimpanzee, that goes along with everything else with the evolution. Do you think they'd be able to match evolution as far as everything? I don't think they'd be able to match it.
I don't feel that we came from
No, we didn't come
primates.
from evolution, but I think we evolved. Everything evolved from something.
Well, that's why humans are so good at adapting.
Right.
It's because they've evolved
We
through
evolved.
different.
So when I say evolution, it's not the same as evolution of something came straight from something.
My thing is, I don't feel that we evolved from
primates. We're a different breed.
So it's different species that are similar, you know. And a good way to put that is look at how many different types of fish there are.
Right.
You know. But a good example of what we've done to destroy different animal populations. There was this. I thought this was pretty cool. In India, in the 1900s, there were the Pinar leopards and the Champawat tigers.
Champawat.
Yeah,
Okay.
and together they killed over 800 people. Like they would just actively. During the day, the tigers would just walk into like the villages in India in a group of people and just take a person and walk away with them.
Yeah,
Like they were responsible.
Animals are made to kill, but you know what happened? They went into their habitat.
Yeah, and then
I don't give a damn how people say animals. You go into their shit and try to build something, make your little home if you want them.
Yeah,
but if you don't distinguish them, I mean, take them out, they coming in, and you can't get mad.
Yep,
that's
shit
just
happens.
like in Africa. If you go over there and try to build a village in the area where all the lions are at, hey,
that's and these they're extinct now. These types of tigers and leopards are extinct now.
They killed them off, huh?
Because this one hunter made it his mission to kill them all in this area, but he didn't realize the impact was that for you to kill them all, this is the only place that these animals are.
Yeah, this is it.
Because we're talking early 1900s,
Right,
you know?
right. Well, they all migrate in one area.
Yeah. So I got another question for you guys.
Come on with it.
How do you feel about the possibility of time travel?
They already got it.
Time travel.
So here's the thing, right?
How much time you talking about?
I know that you feel like with time travel, it'd be cool to go back before Bitcoin was invented and invest in a bunch of Bitcoin
Right.
and then come back. You can't do that. You can only... Because time right now is linear, right?
Yeah.
We're only moving forward, so it's just
Right.
in that direct path.
So you can only see what the past was.
You can go anywhere in the future, but you can only come back to the point of time where the time machine was made.
Well, yeah.
So there's all these different segues that you can go into as far as the future goes. But when you come back, you can't like go back to when you were a kid. You can only go back unless that was the point of time where
It was
that
developed.
machine was made. Yeah, I did not know that. I used to think it was like, Back to the Future where they could just go wherever the hell they want. But I guess that's not true.
Now, would you rather go into the future or would you rather go into the past?
I'd rather go into the past and be better prepared for the future. Like, I like not knowing exactly what's going to happen day to day. That's part of the adventure of life.
But let's say you go into the past and no matter what you did, you're not going to change the outcome of the future.
Well, I could be richer, right?
Maybe.
So that's my thing, right? I would want to just be better off. I don't need to be like Bill
Mega
Gates
rich.
rich.
Yeah, you just want
I
to
don't
be
want mega rich.
comfortable.
I want to be rich enough to stay under the radar of rich people,
Right.
but above the threshold of
Right.
middle class.
You want to survive without having to try.
Yeah. I just want to be able to ride
You wanna-
jet skis
yeah.
and take pool noodles
Yeah.
and smack my friends with them.
You do that now.
Let's go back to evolve. Let's think about evolve. The world evolve. Not to come off that subject a little bit. Evolve, far as the female species of today. What are they evolving into? What do you think? What's the evolution
Well,
on that? Because this is some
Mentally,
shit.
they're becoming more manly.
Yes.
physically too.
And the reason I say that is because a lot of women, right? They're asking questions, and I'm not being like sexist. I'm just
Absolutely
saying
not.
fact,
It's fact.
is they're more combative, right? They
Yeah.
think that it's cool to be like, oh yeah, bust a man's balls when he's trying to like talk to you or something like that.
Right.
And the thing is it's we don't want you to just roll over and just be done. It's like, but to be like, hey, how you doing or something like that, and then they have to have like some sort of little attitude. It instantly makes you look at the woman different.
It's
And,
kind of like payback, right? In a way, if you think about it.
I guess.
But you paying back the wrong motherfucker.
yeah, I ain't the one who fucking did
I ain't the one that fucked you up.
Yeah, goddamn it.
You go through things in life when you go get your fake titties and ass and eyeballs, hair, lips, nose, chin,
Pussy lips.
pussy lips reconstructed, and you mad at me. Why are you mad at me when your mom and daddy made you? Should you go back and talk to your mom and daddy if you wasn't happy with looking like your daddy in the face?
Oh my god.
Or should you go back and talk to your mama because she didn't have no ass, so you walked around with flat ass cheeks?
Oh my god.
Is that something
No.
you need to be mad at your man or your husband about?
I don't think that's something that happens through evolution. I think that's just genetic.
That's genetic, but they trying to evolve themselves into something. Because you wouldn't have got some fake titties and ass. You think they're going to help your little daughter out when you give birth to her?
No, just help you get to the point of making the daughter.
Well, it may help you out in getting squirted. Skeet.
But just so here's the thing though. Here's the thing.
Squirt
As
and skeet.
we're saying that the evolution of women is that they became more like aggressive.
Yes.
More like what men
Right.
say that they are. But now I just talked to Bash about this. Is the evolution of manliness is actually changed too, because now
We got to be a little more soft and sensitive.
well we are. We're like I don't know how many times that I've gotten more, compliments from like a buddy at the gym or
Yeah.
something like that. you know, rather than getting it received from a female.
Right.
You know, and I'm the same way as I give those compliments to you know, my buddies and stuff like that, and you say some weird shit to each other, and like you've become more comfortable with your sexuality.
Right.
And
which
it's
is cool.
made men softer and women more tough. Yeah.
Defensive. You could probably tell a woman, hey, you look nice in that. They may take that all kind of ways.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
They can't take a compliment most of the time. Or if you do compliment on them and you friendly, if it ain't your woman, they may take that another way. You understand what I'm saying? And they try to demasculate you as a man just because that's I think that's part of the Me Too movement.
See, now that's, yeah, we're getting into like dangerous territory, because that is a big thing.
Yeah.
Where it's I heard you say that last time, where you're like trying to take away someone's masculinity and lower them to a certain level
Of control.
After you do that, you can't say that I want an old-fashioned man and
Right.
have a new age look on things where
Yeah.
you're going to be more aggressive.
Exactly.
Because the happier the man is, the more he's wanting to do
Absolutely.
to keep the woman happy.
A man-
or whoever the partner is.
Listen.
The happier you are in a relationship, whatever your sex, whatever
right.
you are, the more you want to do to keep that happiness on both sides.
And they fail to understand this is the man, and I got two men sitting right next to me, so we're gonna debate this. This is a man's point of view. We are very attracted to women. If that's what we're into, we're attracted to women. Mm-hmm. The part of that attraction is the respect of the man. If you respect that man and show him respect, that's more attractive than you opening your legs up any time of the day. Because the attraction with your legs open only reacts to a hard-on.
Now, is that a conspiracy?
No, this is the damn truth. Listen, the attraction, listen to my words now, the attraction to your legs open and your ass bent over is only reaction to...
it's a temporary...
It's a temporary... But the mental part of respect stays forever.
Yeah.
That's long-lasting. If you show that man respect and show him that you care for him, you're going to get all kind of rewards from that.
Yeah.
But if you degrade that man and try to treat him like a little ass kid or talk to him like he's one of your children,
forgive but won't forget.
Hey, that's some shit you may not come back from. You
Yeah.
gonna get it every time you put it out there.
You know, and I just heard there was this lady, she said it to us. She's like, you know, I know the weakness of my husband. Knowing the weakness of
Knowing
your
the
partner
weakness,
is one
ain't that
thing.
some shit to say?
But the minute that you target
When
that
you pull it out.
weakness, they ain't gonna forget that.
So a man could have a mama that used to beat his ass and do bullshit to him, and you know about it as a woman, and you bring up every time you get in an argument and say, that's why your mama did it to you.
Yeah, pretty
That's
much.
because as a weaker, I ain't gonna say they weak, but naturally as a weaker vessel, far as the women, that's they push button part right there.
Less dominant?
Could we use that word? That's
Less-
better for the
It is.
2023?
It is. Yeah.
Yeah, less dominant of the species is the woman. That's what they do, push apart. Because I know that when females go against each other and they talking, they can say some of the rawest shit
Oh, yeah.
to each other.
You know, women could by far be the more dominant species if they'd spend less time butting heads with each other.
Yeah, man, they be
Like, they're so busy just fucking, oh, this bitch showed up in the same sweater as me and she ain't gonna forget that, right?
And then they be holding hands next week.
Yeah, and then
Ain't that a bitch?
men, we could get in a fight with each other and then go have a beer
Yeah.
10 minutes later.
Right there.
Yeah. It's,
Right there,
you
it's
know,
cool.
It's just...
You want to box, motherfucker? Come on, let's get it over with.
The simplicity of man has been the success of man.
Yeah.
That's it. Like, you know, I'm not speaking for every man. I'm speaking in like the general.
Right. Because when we go to war, we go to war.
Yeah.
But when we want success, we try to work together
But-
as the successful
So-
part
And
of
then
it.
it goes with
That,
this.
that could
Go
lead
ahead.
to the downfall of man as well.
Puss is what dominated everything.
So
I'm going to let y'all know that right now.
In war, they've said there's been like multiple what are they sergeants and stuff. They've came out and they've said that women hesitate less to pull the trigger
'Cause
than
they're
a man
scared.
does
Yeah.
without reason. Like, women are fucking ruthless.
Yes.
And if they would use that badass
Yes.
ruthlessness in like a more productive way, dude, we'd be happier as a whole, because women have the
React.
power to control the world.
Their reaction is quicker. Their reactions are quicker.
The power
But-
of the pussy.
Their
That's what it
reactions
is.
are
Yeah.
quicker, but they
That's the
regret
strongest thing in the world
it
right
sometimes.
there.
You know that?
Yeah, they regret it.
They regret, and because I got sisters that did some shit that they regretted right then and there, but their reaction and they heat when they get hot headed, it sprung out,
Yeah.
and then after they do it,
They
they
retract
sit back and they
regret.
retract. Oh, I didn't mean to do that, but it's done already.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, and that,
You understand what I'm
you
saying?
guys remember that poster? Dude, it used to be one of my favorite posters, and it sticks with me for this whole time. I've seen it back in high school, where it's the dog chasing a bird, and it jumps up to go bite the bird, and it's like hanging over a cliff now. And it says, actions made in anger can't be taken back.
No, it can't be taken back.
So, and that was the thing, is that dog reacted in anger and jumped off a cliff to get the bird, right? So it's like, once you get to that point where you're getting so fucking pissed off and you want to say and do shit where you're gonna regret it, not in the moment, but you're gonna regret that shit later.
And women
Take a deep breath, man. Take a fucking Tebow that
deep
shit.
breath,
Take
yeah,
a knee.
yeah. Relax. You know, women are genetically made to protect their loved ones.
Yep.
We
Then
are
just love me, Mom.
We are genetically to protect, made to protect our family.
Yeah.
Okay, when women, like when it comes to their child, even in the wildlife kingdom and everything else, a lioness kill anything for her cub.
Yeah.
A woman would kill anything for her baby to protect her child.
Yeah.
But when it comes to the reaction and the thought of it, they don't think about nothing because they get into that zone of protection and lose it all.
Yeah.
The next thing you know, they're in the penitentiary for life. You understand what I'm trying to say? It's like it's something. We had something like that in psychology class one time. They was talking about that, how the brain works for a female when it comes to having some type of eruption in the head when they get angry. Is different. It's just different than a male. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They spring out. The spring. A male got to be confronted and touched upon, but a woman will reach out and punch you.
Yeah.
When a man won't, he'll just sit back until you touch him in defense. But a woman will get heated enough to shut the fuck up.
Just like, oh shit, that girl who had
Hey,
their,
expect the shit out you.
she put a video on fucking social media.
And punch
She,
the guy,
like,
right?
No, this is fucking worse, dude. Her, I guess her boyfriend, like, fucking did something to piss her off, cheated on her. I'm not sure
Right.
the context, but I just seen this last night, and I wasn't going to bring this up, but then it just kind of came up. She tricked her boyfriend to getting into a fucking suitcase. And then she flipped the suitcase on the front and left him in there until he suffocated.
God damn.
That's fucked.
That's a rotten bitch.
That is fucked.
It's some women out here to sabotage the male. No matter what, they would drain you and use you for everything you got. It's women out here that will deface you in front of your peers and tell you ain't shit and try to disrupt the whole family. You know that?
Yeah.
There's women out here that will say that you forcing them to do certain things and you ain't did shit just to make you look a certain type of way. You know that? But in when it comes to you and them, they ain't said shit. They act so sweet, but they want to make you look like the bad guy in front of everybody. That's terrible. That's a terrible life to live.
Yeah.
That's one of the most terrible lives to live. But what do you do when you know that there's a situation like that? Do you stick around for some shit like that? Do you say, oh, I just want to keep my shit together with my people who I love? That bitch don't love you.
Yeah.
Right.
I'm gonna keep all her
You
red
gotta understand.
flags.
If you got that monkey, there's plenty more monkey out there for you. All you gotta do is brush your teeth and comb your head and wash your ass. And if your dick
It's
still
desperate
works, you can
times
go
lately.
out there and still get some monkey because it's out there for you.
So I'm gonna segue off of women a little bit,
Come on, let's get it.
and I want to
'Cause
ask
you don't
you:
wanna get your head
do you
taken.
believe giants were a thing?
Hell yeah, it still is. Did you? It's
Yeah.
African countries. They had 8'4",
Yeah. So I'm talking about.
way bigger than that.
Have you seen the plain of jars in Laos, like the plains, like a plateau
Yeah.
of just jars? So those of you who haven't, there's over 2,000 of these jars. They're 10 feet tall and 15,000 tons. It's no one's gonna carry that shit. It's like the pyramids, man. I don't know. I feel like the pyramids might have been made by giants. Like I can't think of anything else. I feel like
I want you to bring pyramids up once you get done with that again.
Yeah, we will. We will.
Okay.
I have a couple more. Still talking about
Now-
things. Go ahead.
Well, you were on the giants. What did they call that? Those big stones that were standing up, hedge stone. Do you
The
think that
Easter
would
Head
be
Island?
Yeah. Do you
Yeah.
think that would be
So-
a part of it?
Possibly. So those stones, right? Those the Easter Island is like the closest one that we can talk about, you know.
Yeah.
But back in all these civilizations where they're looking around, like the Aztecs, they're looking at different civilizations. They've all had similar statues to the ones on Easter Island.
Yeah. Yeah.
And Easter Island statues, I don't know if you know this, but those statues go 30 feet down.
Uh huh.
Yeah.
And it's just the amount of segment that's built up around it, and it just doesn't make sense for it to be 30 feet worth in that amount of time.
So that's the time that the soil build up around it. That's what you thinking?
Someone must have fucking just jammed that bitch in the ground.
I don't
Like,
think
what
so.
if that's how tall people were back then?
I know people were super tall back
30
then
feet?
and bigger.
I mean,
Tall.
there was
okay.
some giants.
we could put this into perspective. Back in prehistoric times, you could see animals that are a lot smaller than what they used to be. So it very well could be that humans were on that same scale.
Massive.
Some of them.
Or that,
And what
It
if
depends.
dinosaurs were humans' pets?
right?
You trying to say I got a
You know-
Dino
you
in the
know-
backyard? Goddamn it!
You
Dino!
could- You could.
Well, no, you could think of it like this too, right? There is some giant motherfuckers now.
It's a big.
There's
motherfucker.
people that are 7 feet, 8 feet tall. The tallest person in the world
Yeah.
is
9'2".
9 feet. Yeah. And the thing is, what if there was two different species? Like we evolved from one.
We had to, but there's
You
still
know-
a genetic strand somewhere that's moved.
That's that giant
within that. That's that
features.
giant. That's that
Yeah.
giant.
And
Absolutely.
That's where all the basketball players came from.
All the basketball players, the whole Washington, what they call the Phoenix Suns, all the motherfuckers come from there.
Yeah.
But no, but listen, and it happened in every nationality. There's a giant.
Yeah.
So that just go to show within the human race itself, there's a gene
But it's so far out that
that
is
is
like
it's crazy.
not even what 2% of our population
Right,
are super
right,
tall
right,
people.
But
right.
it could have been a lot more common. A lot more common.
It depends.
Now
It
it's-
depends on where they was at on the earth.
Yeah.
It's completely
Yeah.
possible.
It
Now
depends
we
on where
need
they
a
was
time
at.
machine.
Just like if you
well, we can't go all the way back.
just like if you line up all the continents, they all fit into each other.
Yeah, because they all broke apart. At
Yeah, they
some
broke
point.
apart.
Yeah,
That's how we all came from the same place at one point in time.
And I feel like that's how they were able to. I feel like that's how these statues were all made to look similar. They had to have been made before the islands broke apart because they didn't have ships that could cross oceans.
Hey, those are landmarks.
Yeah.
We call landmarks as some place that was in history. Now, oh, that's a landmark. I've been here so long. I think that was direction for
Oh
people.
yeah,
It
like
could
people
have
would
been.
know that. Okay, this statue means that you're in like the Aztec or Mayan
Yeah,
area.
are you in this part of the earth, or you can see it from this point?
You went so far
This is
east.
that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Could have
So
been a landmark.
It was a landmarker.
Okay, and then I have a question.
Back to the pyramid though. Before we get
Go
away from
ahead.
that,
Go ahead.
the pyramids. People got to understand
We're gonna talk about that.
the way they built the pyramid, and the architecture that was built in it is like a marvel still today.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So the architects who formed that had to have some type of mechanical. If it wasn't motherfuckers big enough to move them stones and line them up like that, it had to be some type of mechanical mechanism. Because they said they had shit that
It's
could
like-
slide blocks like.
Yeah, 2,000 to 4,000 pounds of stone is what you're talking about.
The
each
slid
one.
back and forth. So they
Yeah.
had some type of setup, man. They had some type of setup to do that shit. And they were smart motherfuckers back then. I think somebody just lost the books.
Yeah.
Somebody lost the
Someone
instructions. You know what I'm saying?
Someone lost the manual.
Somebody
yeah.
lost the manual. We were smart back then. Somebody just lost the manual. We just were smart with just basic shit, but we probably perfected it. And someone lost the manual and had to start over again. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So humankind was doing what they was doing and living, and someone just lost the book and shit. So they fucked up.
Yeah.
That's what it was. That's what it was. Everything was fucked up. Everything is technology is great right now today, but shit is fucked up.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's in technology has evolved a crazy amount. But you got to think. So moving that stone, right? They probably had enough people, even to use a pulley system might have worked. You know, rope it all up, and then just the basic leverage. You get enough weight on one side to distribute that weight. But once you start getting up to the top, and like, I don't know if you've ever built with blocks where when you were a kid and if you're off by a fraction of an inch,
down.
Yeah.
once you get all the way to the top, the shit's gonna be fucking obsolete. Like it's gonna be
Yeah.
all sticking out weird and shit.
Yeah.
They had that down, man. They hooked that up. Whoever
So,
hooked that shit up.
I got a
did.
question that only I feel like only a black man can answer.
I'm here for it, goddamn.
Oh, okay.
Here I am. There I go.
So
I know what's coming.
this is
Yes, my penis
this
is
is
the biggest.
borderline. This is not Matt Racy, but it's borderline. It's
Let
tipping
it
the
go.
scales. Okay, so a lot of in my experience, a lot of black guys that I talk to, they do not like the woods. They don't like camping.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't you guys come from like jungles?
These motherfuckers. I love nature. Me, myself, I love nature. If I can go build me a cabin in the woods, damn it, I would do it.
But where did it become the fuck that this is white people shit?
That's
When it's
them,
like
that's them
black
city
people
boys.
used to hunt lions and shit.
Listen, that's them city boys that were born in the city and their mama breastfed them. They had too much titty milk, and they didn't drink enough regular Kool-Aid or some shit. No, I think I think it got a lot to do with the southern upbringing of a lot of people. If you're a city boy and you ain't got no type of southern background,
Yeah.
and you ain't never went and skinned a rabbit or caught no shit out in the field or something like that. Your mom just went to the McDonald's or something for you to eat your whole lifetime.
Right.
You ain't never see shit bleed out.
I feel like that's an essential skill to have.
Yeah, you just
Like,
ain't shit. You ain't
yeah.
gonna be shit. Is that okay to say?
It's,
you
hey, man, your words, man. I ain't saying shit.
if you ain't got them type of skills or you can be able to see anything like that, if you ain't even got a fish, you got to cut a fish open or something.
Yeah.
Just to say that you're a man. Is that okay to say?
Yeah.
Have you ever
should.
scaled a fish?
The thing is.
Oh, you cracked the egg. That's what you
the
did?
vegans and stuff, right? Where it's
Right,
like,
you got to do something, goddamn.
I feel like fish ain't even anything. You know, fish are just food.
Fuck it,
Like,
I'm
you
gonna make
can
it
just
easy for
fucking
you.
Grab a fish and eat a fish. Like that's just food. It's
Right.
washing itself as it's swimming in the
As
water.
it's swimming, you can
It's
cook
like,
it.
yo, just waiting for
You
you
can
to
put
eat
his
me.
ass right in the pan, straight from out the water. Just rinse them all, cut them, gut them, and skin them, and goddamn fry them up. But I think that
did
got a
you
lot
see
to
the-
do with it.
Did you see the live comment? I didn't see that.
Huh?
Yeah, I didn't see
What? Oh, my woman said she thinks the Mexicans built and moved the pyramids.
the Mexicans.
Cheap labor.
Probably
Give me a beer, I'll do it.
they did that shit. Goddamn, I got it. They say, "Hey, Mr. Jones, Mr.
I
Jones,
didn't see it in the live.
how much you paying that guy to move that brick up to the pyramid? $20.
I'll do it for $5.
I do it for $5. He no good. He no good. Let him go."
And I'll. Oh my god.
But
There's-
back to that. That's what it is, man. That city life ruined a lot of people's skills of living in the outdoors. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying?
It's men in general became soft over time, but I've just that was something that's always stuck with me for a while. Was
And
it
it's
was
a lot-
like,
it's a
oh,
lot
that's
of-
white people shit.
yeah.
That's white people shit. It's like, dude, okay, for one, black people generally are better than white people at anything physical.
You goddamn right.
And to not like to be afraid to go out in the nature is something. I heard the comment. To be afraid to go out in the nature, I'm just like, come on, man. You know.
You know what it is, though. I'm gonna tell you, because being here in this United States as a black person, a lot of shit was tucking away and wasn't able to do as black people.
Yeah.
You know, we weren't able to go to certain parks. We couldn't even put our toe in the swimming pool where the girls with big white girls with big titties and asses were.
That's a good.
So they was upset that we was gonna walk in there with white shorts on.
We don't want you to go in.
They didn't want the black boys. They didn't want the black boys walking in the pool with white shorts on.
Oh hell no! Hell no! Y'all can't even wear jersey shorts in there. God damn it! Come out in suction cups to it.
They said, "What the fuck? Get out of here! And take your dick with you."
Is that why you can't swim? It holds you down. And
It holds me down. It's an anchor, goddammit. It's that anchor
That's a
hell in
big
there.
ass log dropping down in the water.
But I think that got a lot to do with it, though. I think that does got a lot to do with over time.
What, not being able to swim, or where we?
No.
You can just lay on your back and use that thing as a fucking oar.
Hey, but in the South, they camped. People from the South, though, they camped out because they did a lot of that shit. And it was natural because they was living in tents anyway and sheds and shit.
Yeah, I was going to say some of the...
You know, from the people in the South, that they live basically outdoors in them little tin-ass houses.
Some of the people that I met there in, like, Georgia area and stuff like that, those black guys...
Those are outdoors.
They
outdoors.
They'll go out there and do some shit. Yeah. Especially Mississippi.
Oh,
That's another breed of fucking... Mississippi
they'll feed a raccoon and kill him at the same day.
Yeah, this is...
Here, Lucky, come on, get some of this corn. I'm cooking your ass tomorrow. You know that, don't you? Look at me. Look at me when I'm talking to you. They'll cook that motherfucker and feed him corn at the same damn time. Ain't that some shit?
Now, I know we got more stuff in the ocean. You want to dive back in there?
The ocean is a motherfucker, boy. And it's funny he said that about the ocean, that it links up into the atmosphere of space.
Yeah.
This is what I think about it. It's something. It ain't gonna take you nowhere, because you got to understand that gravitational pull is different. But then it makes you think about this: how the rainwaters are soaked up into the clouds. You understand what I'm saying to you?
Yeah.
It makes you think about that. You got the solar system, you got the Earth and its atmosphere, and you then everything enough to pull enough water up, and then it can flood us out at any time. So you got to open up your mind to that. It can flood certain parts of the Earth out if it rains enough.
Yeah.
Where's all that damn water coming from? Can we talk about that?
Yeah,
So
that water
is
is just being recycled, right?
is
It
that-
went through a wormhole and came back through space.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, that's so.
That's the thought. That's the thought on that for me.
I feel like there can be wormholes. Think of like the Mandela effect. Remember how things
Mandela?
like we feel like
That's an African
where we
king.
grew
ain't
up.
it? No, I'm just
Remember
kidding.
the Berenstain Bears, or is it the Berenstain Bears? And it's like different little we got to cover Mandela effect.
Yes, we do.
So
There's so many.
there was that kid that was talking about he feels like we actually went through a wormhole and it's caused the Mandela effect, and he had like all this shit to back it up, and no one's heard from the kid since.
He don't feel
No
that
one's
damn
heard from him
hole. That
since.
God damn it.
I feel like there is different wormholes. Look at every triangle. Michigan Triangle, weird shit happens out there. Appalachian, a lot of weird shit happens out there that's unexplained. They've
Yep.
seen different like creatures, heard different noises. They've different voices that they're not even there. I feel like there is, maybe it's not wormholes, but there's some sort of different
Portal.
thing going on. Yeah, portals.
And who to say that it's in the ocean? Why can't it be coming straight from the ocean, but it's in a form that it could be?
I feel like the ocean and the sky are the closest connected.
Connected, right,
Yeah.
right.
It just
Because the ocean is so huge.
yeah, and I feel like that being 70% of your world is the ocean. The ocean, water has to hold memory.
Yeah.
Your subconscious part of your brain is provide water. Like it's like what is it, like 30% or something like that?
Yeah.
Is water. So
what
it's
about them
like-
people that got bigger heads? That's a water head, motherfucker.
Yeah, waterhead.
That's a
motherfucker.
water
Okay.
balloon. Yeah.
Go
Like,
ahead.
so your subconscious, the things that in your brain you're saying, oh, I don't do this. You just know not to do certain things. You know
Right,
not to
right.
stick your hand in a fire.
Yeah.
Right?
Some motherfuckers go
It's
there.
part of your subconscious where it's reactionary.
Automatic.
So it's a learned trait throughout time that keeps on being taught, right? And you know not to do certain things, or you get like that sense where there's danger around you.
Mm-hmm.
It could just be from different memory of like the earth, the water.
Genetic.
Is we're all just beings that it's part of our subconscious, and the water we consume has the memories of people who've experienced it. That's why like there's sometimes you just end up being really fucking good at something. It's because subconsciously you might have shared a memory with someone who was really good at something. Like this is going off.
No.
No, I'm with you
Like
on
there's
that.
a whole iceberg of like different theories and shit, and this is like mid-level melting through the iceberg of it.
So we could drink a cup of some good shit to open up all shit that we got lost in there. That's what you're trying to say.
It's kind of.
Now, do you think that would contribute to certain dreams we have as well?
Oh shit! Now you into something else. I think
Yeah.
that's a different topic.
Could be.
But
Yeah.
go
we
on,
could,
touch on it just a little taste.
we could do dream talk another time.
We could do some dream talk.
Did you see the comment?
I'm not getting any of these comments.
Did
could
you
do the
hear about
dream.
Medea fighting Rosa Parks for stealing her man? The fuck?
From stealing her parking spot. That's what the fuck it was. At Walmart. I say that shit on the show that she stole
my
her
God.
parking spot at Walmart.
That's a
and whooped her
conspiracy
ass.
theory. Yeah. We can
my,
talk
money,
about.
my money's on Rosa Parks.
No,
I don't
Medea's
know,
stuff-
stuff.
Medea's a big
Medea,
ass.
that's a big
She ain't
bitch.
giving up
That's
on
a
that
big
shit.
bitch.
She'll stump her out. 'Cause I think she'll throw a hip at that motherfucker, put her out. Down.
She'll be the one driving the bus. She ain't sitting in the back.
Hell to the yeah. But yeah. Now with that, you know how in certain parts of the ocean, you get these big funnels,
Yeah.
and it storms. Certain parts of the ocean, they say it storms all the time.
Mm-hmm.
Boats are not allowed to go. I forgot what part of it
Yeah.
is.
Yeah.
Now that could be one. It's and it says some of the spouts get big enough to pull whales up through there.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's just it. Like those funnels.
Where
is
the
that?
fuck are them whales
Is it-
going?
Is it from a fucking wormhole that's sucking it down like a plug in a bathtub?
Is it like if I take some PVC pipe, put it from one fish tank to the other, and start a vacuum?
Pretty much.
Yeah.
That it goes into
Yeah.
that other world? Could
Yeah.
that happen? Because the sky itself, in our mind, can't hold that much water, but they're a damn lie.
Oh yeah. Yeah. The
You
sky
know
will
how
hold.
big the fucking sky
It's-
is? The
it's-
sky
it's-
is bigger than the world.
It's
yeah.
it's limitless.
It's
Yeah.
It's limitless.
what was the other yeah, so they and I'm gonna still send you the video of this.
Okay, think about
They
the sky. Oh, go ahead.
they dug down looking for the core of the earth, and in the process there's also one out in the Philippines. So I believe it's Philippines.
See, they be looking for shit
They
too much.
dug down and
Motherfuckers.
found like a whole fucking ecosystem underground, like trees and everything
Yeah.
that must have been just buried over, and there's fucking things living in there,
You know why?
and they captured some of these things, but we don't know anything about it. This
Right.
scientist just came out about it recently, that they would set these different traps and then come back and check it again. They've dug down into the middle of the earth like over 40 times.
Mm-hmm.
And each time they end up getting into these different spots, and they find these different little fucking these things, and they're not normal creatures. They got like they do their own thing, you know.
So that's because we was more water than we are now. We have more water on Earth. Because certain parts of it's dried up.
Yeah. That's why we're on land now.
Yeah, I'm just saying we had no certain parts like the Grand Canyon.
Yeah.
That used to be like ocean like shit.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? It's gone, and that water. I don't know how they keep water from coming in there now, but it's gone. That shit gone. That used to be a lot of water. Different spots like that. That's what
Yeah.
I'm saying.
The
Where did
de-
that water go?
All the deserts used to be water. That's why the sand is the way it is.
Right, and all I'm saying is if that portal is sucking that water up through there, goddammit.
The lady said Water Boy brought the water.
Yeah, water boy brought it. I think the motherfucker drank it all.
You can do it.
You want the water for the water boy?
Oh my god.
But that's what it was. That's what it was. I think, and you think about the sky, it's limitless.
Yeah, think of the biggest thing you can think of in the world. Okay, now it's bigger than that. That's the sky.
We think about the sky, and then once we get past the sky, there's the outer limits of space. But when we look through a telescope, the Earth is round or a spear shape, to say, not Donald Trump flat. But, and then you look at the outer rings of the Earth, and they say that's the atmosphere.
Yeah.
But then you got that clear part right above that.
The stratosphere.
So I'm not saying flat earthers are right.
They're
but
not.
I am saying their theory, right, is that if you go in a straight line, you're going to, like, smack an ice wall, which is basically Antarctica. If you go around the world, you're going to hit Antarctica at some point.
That's just some shit standing up. Like your shack standing in front of you, goddammit. That's all that is.
Our perception of what the Earth is, right? We see the Earth as round because you have multiple satellites all over. And
well, you ain't
they're
looking
taking
through
all
no
these
satellites.
pictures of the Earth. And that's how we know that the Earth is round. But if the Earth was flat, you would only need one satellite.
That's it.
Yeah.
You would need one satellite to be able to see the Earth. But we have, how many is up there? Like 12 or something like that?
We got more than that.
Something like
And then the Russian,
I mean, just
the Russian
watching
got
the
there,
Earth,
the
not-
Japanese got their shit up there.
I'm just talking about just for like the photos and watching the atmosphere and shit. I think it's 12.
There's a lot of shit.
It might be more than that, but there's a
shit
lot
up there.
going on in
A lot of
space.
shit up there. But this is another thing. The sky that's in the sky of the space. How big is that?
The sky in the sky of the space?
The sky that's in the sky of the space. How big is the space? How big is space?
Limitless.
Okay.
That we know of.
Okay.
That we know
Like I said before, do we think all the pussy asses is the only thing that's magnificent within this here solar system?
Nope.
What would happen if we just went in one direction in space? Like that?
We ain't gonna make it.
You see
Yeah, we
all
ain't
the
gonna make it.
So all the planets this way, right? So we see all those planets this way
Right.
that we've discovered. What if we just went the other way and just
That's the sun.
Should they shoot some more monkeys up there and let them fly?
The sun's the other way.
Hey, should they shoot some more monkeys? Should they shoot more monkeys? Should they shoot some monkeys up there and see how far they go? But the thing
yeah,
is,
but how are we gonna keep track?
we ain't. We gonna lose contact. You know why? Because the other people on the other side that's living just like us gonna shut that shit down. And if we happen to make it through their solar system, they gonna shoot our ass down or capture us, see what the fuck going on. That means, hey, if we got this here, better believe it's a few more somewhere else. We just end up landing here.
There's the theory that we came from another planet,
Yep.
and that the reason why Mars is the planet that they feel like we came from, because when we're in things like this, when astronauts go into space and we're thinking 24 hours in a day, they're up for like 25 or 26, something of that nature, but our bodies are not like, why do we get sick and shit? If our bodies are should be from Earth, we shouldn't get sick as easy as we do. But my thing is, if we came from an advanced species that was like, fuck, we took all the resources off our planet on Mars, okay? And now it's just desert or whatever else, and there's a little bit of water. I don't know what Mars is. I haven't looked into it. But anyways, let's say that they all got on a ship and came here, and that's why there's aliens, and they're all watching us, and we are living in some sort of, just a big old jar, basically, where they're
That's
just
a conspiracy.
observing to see if we do the same thing to Earth that we did to Mars. If that's the case, and people feel like we came from that, why start at Neanderthals?
Yeah.
Why start at cavemen? You know what I mean? Like, why not?
'Cause there
give
was
us
some big
something
forehead
better than
motherfuckers
just
there.
fucking, here's some fire, don't get eaten by a dinosaur. Oh, and here's a wheel, but you're not gonna know shit about it for a little bit.
And this is the thing now. Since you open your mind to that, this is what you got to open your mind to. Let's say Earth was a primitive state, and it was invaded by the people who was escaping from Mars. and they had enough technology at the time of smarts to just demolish everything that was here at one time. You dig what I'm saying? Or they came down here and lived and went and made it with one of the cave bitches and made a little Martian monkey face little motherfucker. And they just moved on from there.
Well, it would explain that would explain all the cave paintings of like astronaut-looking people.
Yeah, they came down here, took my wife. They hit her in the head with no club or nothing. She just gave the monkey up because she thought he was cute from Mars. Is that all right to say?
Would you fuck an alien?
It depends on how cute she is. This some new shit. I ain't know. I've been looking at you hairy back motherfucker with big ass foreheads all my life. This boy done came down here.
Now, I got a
with
would you
electric
rather.
dick.
Would you rather?
I got a would you rather. Would you rather, okay, let's say mermaids. Would you rather fuck a mermaid with a human top and a fish bottom? Or a mermaid with a human bottom and a fish top?
Well, I ain't got to kiss the fish top, right?
You ain't got to kiss it.
Well, I don't want to fuck a fish, so I'm going to say, give me human legs.
Well, you never fucked a fish, so how do you know what it feels like?
I don't want
I tell you
know
what.
it feels like.
If a bitch smell anything like fishy, you don't want to touch it anyway.
Nah.
So I don't give a damn how good she look. If she smell like fish, something is fish and it is not seafood.
If it smells like fish, grab a dish.
Smells like cologne, leave it alone.
God damn. But the conspiracy of the thoughts are amazing when it comes to think about this world and the solar system that's around us. It makes you think. That's why I always say, people say, oh, you got to destroy the Earth. The Earth ain't going nowhere. It's been here this long, millions, maybe billions of years. You think a little us plugging up some shit and burning shit gonna make it disappear?
No.
It's gonna fix itself. What's gonna happen? And they can keep on digging, but you gotta understand, when they dig and make eruptions into the ocean, what does the ocean do? It reacts, right?
Yeah.
It goes into a repair state. That's why the tsunami comes and they dig over here
And it breaks all that oil up.
and they break all that up, and then they go kill all the people over there in Thailand.
See, but that's the thing with that oil is it doesn't always kill the ocean-based species. Because look at
It don't.
You know how many times that those oil rigs they find fucking little squid organisms living in the oil?
Yeah, they adapt. They hey, it's they shit. It's oil in the water anyway. It's just a certain amount. It's certain oils in the water anyways. It's just certain amounts. What they dig down and get that crude oil or whatever you get from the bottom part of the earth, it just gets in the water, but it makes its way back. Because what does oil do when you put it in water?
It
Spreads.
It floats on the top.
But eventually, what does it do?
It absorbs and mixes
sinks.
and sink.
It sinks. It sinks right back down. You can take a glass of water, oil, put it in, let's leave it there for a few days. You'll see that oil sitting right at the bottom, just hovering.
Yeah.
You know, until we start fucking with it a certain way, that's when it comes to the top.
Makes you wonder, is it just light that makes the bottom of the ocean dark where there's not light?
It's like
Or
that.
is it because there's a layer of oil from like erosion and earthquakes under the water?
Earthquakes and volcanoes.
Mm-hmm.
That's why certain parts of the earth probably wasn't covered up with water, and certain parts that was covered with water is not covered no more. You know what I'm saying? It's just moved around as they was digging. So the water said, I got to go somewhere. Certain earthquakes happen, and I got to go somewhere. Volcanoes letting off, and shit, I don't know. It's some crazy. That's why I said the earth repairs itself, man. Oh, I'm losing stuff over here. Let me shoot this shit up, burn these
It really
motherfuckers up.
does.
Volcano. So we ain't doing shit. We just got a place to live. If we don't act right, it's going to take our ass out. Simple as that. That's as simple as that.
We're just hosts on this rock.
And the roaches and the cockroaches are here to stay.
We basically are the
rats.
cockroaches.
Yeah, we the cockroaches, but they going to live
Cockroaches with AK-47.
AK-47 cockroach motherfuckers, you know. But we gonna try to make a show on the what was that word you just said about the
Oh, the Mandela effect?
Mandela effect.
Mandela effect, and as well as that, we're gonna talk about what the other thing you just said too.
Which one?
You had said something about not the Mandela effect. I said don't bring that up yet.
Shit, I don't know. We'll figure it
We'll
out.
figure it out. I got brain freeze.
We'll look back on the
You
episode.
can. That's an old. I heard about. I can't say it again.
Yeah, that is a big one that I really want to cover because there's some really good ones. There's some funny ones. There's some where you're just gonna what the fuck? When was that one?
Yeah.
But
that's just some mind.
Yeah.
That's some mind thinking shit. It kind of make you use your brain instead of believing what you read all the time. Because I think we got a natural intuition about what shit really is.
yeah.
If you really think about it, the dreams. You said the dreams.
Dream talk.
Now,
Oh yeah, those are always fun.
you know what came with that when he said the certain waters you drink, and that people had different visions and dreams.
Yeah.
Could that have something to do with the genetics that's in the water as people were evolving into
Good.
It
and
could.
creating?
But if you think about it, right? Like when people were drinking water back in the day, it wasn't filtered, right?
Right.
That's why they were all closer to their ancestors and shit.
Yeah.
Because it wasn't filtered. What do we do now? We
filter that shit out.
filter everything. All the water and all that shit.
Yeah.
It's why we're not as close and in tune with nature and where we came from, you know? That's just my theory. It's not like a
And then you
fact.
let the bodies float up on the ocean and push them off into the sea.
Yeah, you know how many... That used to be the Viking burial.
That
They
used to be it.
send you off in a ship and light you on fire and let you just be one with the ocean.
God damn it, they don't put you in the ground, you ain't did shit. They should have put me in the ocean, let me go and float.
Well, and so if the ocean is space, then you're going back to where you really came from. If you feel like your gods are bigger than the world,
Go to that
then
portal
your
and let's
gods are
suck you on
there.
in,
They're
huh?
going to suck you through that wormhole,
We
buddy.
coming for you, Willie!
We got you.
That's some good shit, boy. That's some good shit. We should make a story on that, goddammit. That's a movie. It's ours, goddammit. Don't steal it.
All right, I'll start on the script tonight.
It's our movie. It's
Well-
called Lost in Space, the real one.
Yeah.
The real one.
Lost in the ocean, found in space.
Yeah, Lost in the Ocean, Found in Space. The Bermuda Triangle
Oh
ain't
my
shit.
God. Would you rather be lost in the ocean or lost in space?
Lost in space.
No, I'd rather be lost in the damn ocean, floating on some shit that can't no shit get to me. Because in
Either way,
space,
you're
you
gonna-
can't see shit. Okay, you see shit.
You probably
You ain't
see some
seeing
shit.
shit.
You gonna see?
It'll be dark.
You gonna see that damn. You gonna see them damn land from you that you can't get to. You floating. What if you could breathe in that atmosphere and you just floating around? Ain't no cheeseburgers or shit to eat.
So if you could breathe
Well-
underwater or breathe in space,
I like
Underwater.
to breathe underwater. I'd like to go down there and catch some shit, just float by and talk to them in bubble talk.
like just
Aquaman.
Well, I'm not talking about your Aquaman. I'm just talking about you could just be underwater as long as you want.
Oh, that'd be wonderful, man.
Yeah, I would do that.
But okay, so you're gonna go. Do you like the idea of swimming in open ocean?
Nope.
Because
Other things that I don't know that are
That
down
can
there.
eat
Yeah.
But
the
if
fuck out of
but
you.
if you know that
I'd
you
rather
can
be in-
breathe,
I'd rather be able to breathe in space and just give me a little jetpack or something and let me float around out there for a minute.
but if you know you can breathe in the ocean, wouldn't that like brighten your skills up on how to survive down there without worrying about a damn oxygen tank? You just down there just chilling.
Yeah,
But no. You don't know what other creatures down there are going to do to you.
You can just turn you around and growl at them, say boo. What you
Yeah,
say?
you
And
can
no
do that.
matter no matter your ability, right? Let's say that your superpower was superhuman strength or superhuman speed, or you could teleport. You're not going to be able to enjoy your life with those skills because as soon as someone sees it, you're going to be a fucking test subject, a pincushion for the government
Don't
Yeah.
you know it, man.
because they want to give every human that ability.
Yeah.
Do you feel like every human deserves to have superpowers?
No.
Certain
Damn.
shit for everybody. Everybody don't know how to use it the right way.
It would be like that one movie. What's that movie with Jamie Foxx? Fucking. Where they take the
Oh.
pill and they get the superpowers and shit.
I've watched it like 2 or 3 times and I can't
Yeah,
remember. the name.
Project Power.
Yeah, Project
Yeah.
Power. Yeah.
That was Jamie Foxx?
Yeah, it's
yeah,
on Netflix.
it's
I gotta
really
see
good.
that shit. I ain't seen that
Yeah,
shit.
it's a good one.
Yeah, but so
Project Power.
that's the thing. So the way they did it in the movie was like your natural chemistry of your body. Once you take the pill, you get powers based off of what your body.
You enhance your shit.
Yeah, and it's
Yeah,
So some people's bodies can like produce fucking fire and some sort of
Yeah.
combustion, but
Oh,
yeah, it's pretty cool, man. I recommend
Some
you
people
check
don't
that
need
out.
no extra combustion.
Yeah, it's right. It's right between the porn section.
Oh, that's what I said. I gotta find that. I got that on my favorites anyway.
Speaking of porn, no, I'm just kidding.
Speaking of porn in the universe. No, I'm just kidding.
we do have another guest coming on next week.
We got a guest coming?
Yeah.
What is it all about?
We have, I don't know if I should give her name out here, but we have a pure romance expert coming on the show.
Romance.
Ooh.
So we're going to be talking sex toys.
Sick toys. Sicky toys.
My type of talk.
Suck toes.
So
sex
toys gonna go right along with the fake
Is it
titties and the
solo?
fake asses.
So she got solo toys?
Oh, yeah, she's got solo toys.
Good,
She's
because
got
I'm tired of
group
playing
toys.
alone, bro. I just need something to...
Something to tickle your
I
pickle?
grew out of G.I. Joes, man. I just need something else now.
Yeah, I understand.
So what's the difference between a BBL? Well, BBL is not really fake. That's just
Fat transferred
fat
from
move.
one.
That's all right, but rubber ass
Rubber ass.
compared to a blow up doll. That's real skin under that. On top of that.
You mean like the difference between a blow-up doll to implants?
Yeah.
Well, how about instead of a blow-up doll, because that's like latex and plastic, the those new dolls.
The new
Did
sex
you see
dolls.
that shit? They got the nano skin on them.
Yeah.
She said, I have
fucking-
the nano monkey.
She's got the Throat Goat 3000.
Yeah, the throat
installed
goat
and all that
3000
shit.
is
Yeah.
I don't even goggle.
I'll take that over the real deal, man.
Yeah. They
Yeah.
said you can
It
I
ain't
don't
talking
get yelled
back.
at.
hey, you can program her to say
I
whatever.
don't get told. I don't get told.
You
I
can
just
program
do
to make her say, "You the man."
And make you a sandwich afterwards, whatever you want.
Yeah, that's some shit. They developed that over there in Japan, I think. I seen the
Yeah,
video.
yeah, they got that.
Damn.
They got that.
They got all kind of
where are we?
shit.
I'm about to order me one. I was looking those up not long ago. They're like thousands. Like
Well, that's
Just
how much
getting-
you spend on the
just
motherfucker
getting
anyway.
one- yeah. Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Might well get one album mail
Yeah,
on.
it's like I think it's like $2,000.
You're paying for it
$2
one way or
grand, that's
another.
it?
$2,000. Yeah.
Shit.
I'll order one
It's not
today.
that bad.
That's it.
But you
goddamn
better
it.
get a good
It's-
supply of the fucking cleaner for it too. You gonna have a moldy ass coochie on that thing.
Why do I have green mold coming out in the crotch rot? That's what it is.
You're not. Is the comments not going through still?
One person on here doesn't know how to comment in the comments.
But
so I
go,
gotta show 'em.
you got to break through it.
Yeah. So
No, it's like
Reading
I've
wasn't
only
fundamental.
seen one comment. so
Reading
far.
wasn't fundamental.
so now for this next episode coming up.
Yeah.
If you have any questions for the pure romance lady,
Any questions?
the expert, fill us in. Let us know.
Yeah, while we're live, you can just ask questions while we're live. We try to keep up with
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
You know,
I'll- Like I've been trying to look at the live to see what's going on. I don't know what's going on with it right now, but I'm not.
well, what we all can do is probably link on to it while it's going live, and then we can answer the questions that they
Yeah.
put in
I
there.
think it's the delay.
Ask them whatever you want. Ask her whatever you want. Does it help the monkey? Does it damage the monkey? Does it do anything that it's supposed to do? I don't know what it's going to do.
No, man, sex toys and a wiener—that's like fucking teamwork.
Is that
Teamwork
teamwork?
makes the dream work, bro. An
Oh,
orgasm soon
no.
follows.
Very soon.
I think I'm from the old. I think I'm
One of us.
I'm from the old school. I try to keep it as real as possible. My brain can't go beyond the new
Man,
stage of
you
shit.
know what, dude? Here's the thing. All right, I gave up on trying all that extra shit.
Yeah.
I'll do what you want, but I can only go for so long.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
There's a lot. Sex is very easy for women, not them getting off,
Right.
but just be there, be punctual.
Right.
Like as long as you're there, we're good.
That's all it needs.
You know.
Just be present. Open your mouth.
Be oh man.
Just be there.
But
Because I'll be there.
yeah, and then men, you got to think of like, all right, did I eat enough down here? Can I come back up? Can I do that? Like, got to switch positions. keep the blood flow going, keep
That's
the interest
it.
going.
It ain't much to
So-
the dick, but just keep the blood flowing.
Yeah.
That's why I feel like that's why you bust so quick. It's because you got too much on your mind. You're just like, let me get this out
Yeah,
of the way.
it's too much tricks for the trade. Goddamn, look here. Too
get-
many tricks for the trade. We ain't
get-
with all that shit. Just go get it.
You're getting 3 to 7 minutes, and I'm
Yeah,
out.
I ain't trying. I ain't got shit to prove. I'm just in it to win.
Someone asked their wife why they don't do a co-ed party for pure romance, and they said because the men don't take it seriously, but the
Oh, we
women
take
do.
it serious.
Oh, we take it serious. We're a part of that. We're gonna
Yeah.
be using them toys with you.
Bring me to that versus
See,
one
women
of them
don't
fucking
understand. Men-
Tupperware parties.
see,
or
women-
candle parties.
When it comes to the monkey, men take that totally seriously.
Fuck a Sensi party.
well, no, I get.
We
yeah.
just ain't into all the gadgets of. We just want to. If you need some need some of that, damn it, get it.
Need it
All
on
we
Switch.
want to know is you there with it.
I get
Yeah.
it though. I get it 100%. I get it. The guys do take shit like that,
Yeah.
not so serious. When
Isn't
so
that what
I've
those
been
things
to
is?
I've been to like the store, to buy toys and shit like that. And if you're going alone or going with your partner, you're fine. You'll take it serious. But if you
With a group of
if-
guys.
yeah, you were the group of guys, or you and your girl and your buddy and his girl go, you're cracking jokes.
Well, I guess so,
Yeah.
because you don't want to
Yeah.
go if you work
you
with
don't
that
want
guy.
to be embarrassed and shit.
Right,
know
if
what
you
I mean?
work with that guy in the shop and he see you and your girl bought a certain gadget, he gonna ask you at work, "Hey, how that gadget?"
my
Hey, tell me this: did you put it in the ass or what?
oh my god,
You imagine your buddy working, you up there, you doing a welding job. He walk up to you, "Hey man, let me ask you a question. The party we was at the other day, yeah. I noticed you and your wife bought that Jello 3000. Yeah, how'd it work for you?"
That double-headed brain poker. You got that?
that prostate tickler.
The two-headed snot slobber.
Oh my god.
We should make some names for some shit. That'll be real good. But man, hey, this topic today was
Yeah.
amazing, man. That was some good shit.
Yeah,
it
that
good.
was. It's
You know?
It was more like a general overview of it. We could actually take a whole episode into every conspiracy.
oh yeah.
Break it on
It's
down.
some conspiracy about a whole lot of shit.
I got to get my nerd moment off my chest, so that
Yeah.
felt good.
Yeah, there
It's-
you go.
But
That's a lot of my interest, though. It's like just weird and random shit like
But
that.
it's mind-boggling
Yeah.
shit.
Yeah.
It's some serious mind-boggling shit.
I like to really think about
And it's
things.
kind of take you away from what we were programmed to understand.
Yeah.
Because if you really think about it, we are kind of programmed to understand things in a certain way. As a people, we programmed in
Yeah,
a way
we're-
from what we hear from television
All that shit
to
early
everything.
on.
But if we open up our eyes and really think about the organic thoughts of something, it's like, oh, why is this that way? And then when people got enough money to bring that shit up, you ready to shut it down? I'm talking. But here we go, goddammit.
Yeah.
But if people got enough money to bring it up, then they disappear. And I'm going to leave it at that.
yeah.
I was just asked, do men actually have like a pure romance party, or is that just called a circle jerk?
Yeah, it's called
It's
circle
It's called
jerk.
a soggy biscuit.
Yeah. It's called Where the Titties At.
Where the titties at?
Where the Titties At party.
Well, I didn't bring you here for the titties, boys.
Now, if guys can't come together and talk about, I guess guys can't take it serious, because guys can't come together and talk about how we going to get some stuff to please our woman. We just, we ain't built like that.
Yeah, because your masculinity.
Hey, you can put this on your wife's breast.
See, you got to go
I'm
in
just
that
gonna
voice
put my
like that.
tongue
If
in
you
an
that
ice
type
cube.
of guy, you got to be that type of guy.
Put
What
this
were you
on your
saying?
wife's breast.
I had someone ask me a question. He said, "What do guys do when guys have sleepovers?" We podcast. What do you mean?
Yeah, that's what we did.
Podcast and
Yeah.
fart.
Yeah.
Oh
Podcast-
yeah, dude. That's
Podcast and fart. That's
now,
all
wasn't
shit.
that our longest podcast ever? Wasn't it like 3.5 hours or something?
Yeah,
like that?
so we did a super long ass podcast.
That's when y'all had that circle jerk
Then-
party. Okay, here
Yeah.
we go.
Then right after doing it was like 2 to 3 hour long podcast. We went right into doing like an episode or two of Primordial Tales when
Yeah.
that was still active.
And then we did another episode in the morning when we got up.
Yeah, dude, that shit was rough, but it was fun.
Wasn't it like, I forget what it was called. banter couch something.
Bedtime banter.
Bedtime banter. That's what it was.
Bedtime banter. That sounds like a Harlequin romance.
So yeah, if you want to just listen to the audio of this, you can pretty much listen to it on any platform besides Pandora for some reason. I don't even know how to get us on there, but who listens to that shit?
Pandora said we don't want that shit on here. We heard
I'm
it.
in the shower, I think.
Yeah, I don't listen to that. There's too many other outlets out there for podcasts.
Oh
Apple.
no, not podcast. I mean, just I'll click like fucking classic rock and get in the shower.
Oh, I mean like
Wash my
audio books
butthole.
or podcasts.
Oh yeah, no. If you're not going to Spotify or something
Yeah.
like that for your podcast, grow up.
Yeah, you're going you're
You're
too
going
old,
straight to hell.
or you're
Right
too
there.
old.
Oh yeah, that too.
Right there.
All right, but with that, we will see you next week for our interview with I won't say her name unless she wants to, and
The toy girl.
Yeah, the toy girl.
The girl that got
The
things.
toy girl. That's what we'll
The
call
Toy
it.
bag,
girl.
the bag of jiglets.
Alright.
Is that
Toy
okay?
girl, that's like my middle school dream. All right.
All right.
So on that, we'll say
Have a good day, you sexy motherfuckers.
and if you're sitting in a Chevy and you feel something heavy, that's diarrhea, so wipe your ass.
2 times.